Having a routine as a starting pitcher is easy. You know exactly when you're going to pitch. Having a routine as a relief pitcher, that's a completely different animal because it's unpredictable when you're going to pitch on any given night. So today, I want to help you with that process. I want to give you the tools to know what you need to do for plyo balls, catch play, what to do during the game to stay ready, and then also what that bullpen should look like leading up to you entering the game. So let's dive into plyos to start. Before the game, you want to keep your plyo balls relatively low effort and low volume. Keep it to things that are more highly constrained, like reverse throws, pivot picks, lasso drill, figure eights, things of that nature. We'll save more of your dynamic and aggressive plyo drills like step backs, walking windups, and things of those nature for during the game. Moving on to catch play. This will vary from player to player, but depending on your availability and the likelihood of you pitching, you're going to want to stay in that 90 to 120 foot range at a moderate intensity, making sure that volume isn't getting too high, but that you're still getting some work in. And then at the end of catch play, you can finish with a little bit of grip work, throwing a couple of each pitch, either in flat ground or really lightly on the mound. But if you're doing it on the mound, you need to make sure that you're keeping the volume and the intensity low. Now for during the game. If you know what your role is, this will make it much easier. But if you don't, you're going to want to make sure that you're staying ready every couple of innings. Really pay attention to the starting pitcher and how he is doing, knowing what his pitch count is, knowing when he's getting in trouble. That will help dictate what you need to do. But as a general rule, every couple of innings, do a couple of stretches, do some bands, plyos, whatever it might be to keep yourself mentally and physically ready. From a plyo standpoint, this is where we'll start to do some of our more dynamic plyo drills before we get on the mound, where we're doing maybe a walking windup, a step back, something of that nature that is prepping the body and getting our arm cranked up so that when it's time to get on the mound, I'm actually ready to throw. Finding what works for you is going to be really important because we don't want to overdo it. We don't want to make, 10 throws in the third inning, another 10 throws in the fourth inning, and then we finally get in the sixth or seventh inning and we've already overworked ourselves. So understanding the flow of the game, knowing when you might be needing to get ready or to get hot will help dictate this process. Moving on to the bullpen and you actually getting hot. Depending on when they're telling you to start warming up will determine how quickly you need to be moving. So let's assume that it's the middle of an inning and the starting pitcher is getting in trouble. You're going to need to expedite your process a little bit more to make sure that you're ready potentially for that next batter, if not the next one, definitely the one that is on deck. To do this, you want to start by just ripping fastballs right down the middle. This is mainly focused on just getting your arm cranked up and warmed up, not necessarily focusing on specifics of the location, but just kind of catching the ball, getting on the mound, making another pitch, and getting your arm warmed up and cranked up to a high intensity and just focusing on middle. Once your arm is fully warmed up at this point, you then want to get one of your off-speed pitches ready. Ideally, your primary off-speed pitch or the one that you're going to be using to that first batter that you're going to be facing. So let's just say you're a left-handed pitcher and there's a lefty on deck and your slider is typically your go-to pitch against lefties. You want to make sure that you have your slider ready to go. If you have more time, you then can slow down and you can work on your third and fourth pitch if need be. But goal number one is get that fastball ready and get your primary off-speed pitch ready. If you have more time, let's just say you get asked to warm up with 2 outs, guy gets out of the inning and you're in for the next inning, this process will be a little bit slower. You'll need to go with the flow of the next half to make sure that you're not warming up too soon and that you're just sitting there waiting or throwing too much. Once you are fully ready, from that point on, you just want to go pitch for pitch or even every other pitch with the pitcher that's currently out there on the mound so that you're not overdoing it. This takes a little bit of time to master, but once you get the hang of it, you'll understand what you need and to make sure that you're not overdoing it before you enter the game. In summary, do your light plyos before catch play, then do a moderate catch with grip work at the end. In between innings during the game, make sure you're moving around and staying sharp. Once you start getting hot, make sure that you get your fastball and your primary off speed ready first. And if you have time, you then can work on your third and fourth pitch. Before I let you guys go, I wanted to let you know about my summer training program for high school and college pitchers. It'll be running for 10 weeks from May 27th through August 3rd. You'll be getting a personalized throwing, lifting, and nutrition plan. We'll be dialing in your velocity, command, as well as pitch design with my TrackMan and Edgertronic camera. We're going to have a lot of fun. You're not going to want to miss out on this. And up until May 1st, I am running a sale where the total cost is $1,200. After May 1st, it will be $1,500. So you don't want to miss out on this opportunity. Sign up below.